Welcome to a new episode of the Lift Heavy, Run Fast podcast. I'm your host Jeroen van der Mark, natural bodybuilder competitor and Ironman finisher. And today I'm talking to Yannic de Wit. Yannic, you're a hybrid athlete, you're a box owner, and you're currently working towards a 200 kilogram squat and a marathon on the same day.
Yep.
Damn, that's a whole lot of prep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it's really hard to do it because I was a really good power lifter and not a runner. So I'm getting used to running a little bit more.
Yeah.
I ran my first marathon last year or this year, and I find it really hard. And I was thinking this challenge was way easier than I'm thinking now.
Yeah, this is what a lot of hybrid athletes think. They think, oh, I'm just a good... Previously, I was a soccer player, you know. I could run easily a 5K below 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people, and then they start running again when they're heavy, when they're big. And actually, it's pretty difficult at first to maybe even run below 25 minutes. And then with a little bit of training, you bump into 22 minutes. Eventually, after maybe 6 to 12 months, you'll be able to run below 20 minutes, for example. Just an example. And I think it's just strategy. How do you use all these training modalities? How do you combine them? And actually also running a business. So we're at CrossFit Next Gym, amazing gym.
Thanks.
So you're also managing the business, training quite a lot. So now your next goal is the 3:30 marathon?
Yeah, I think I ran to a 3:35 last April in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And
while having a 200 squat,
No.
approximately.
I didn't do any squats. I was building this gym actually. So I was building I think 12 hours a day for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was running. And at the end of when the opening was a few weeks later, I ran the marathon. And I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of gains.
Yeah, so you were really efficient running-wise or kilo-wise?
Yeah, it felt great. I was below 80 kilos.
Yeah.
And it was, that's not that much for me.
Yeah.
And I ran really good, but I wasn't able to squat like 150, I think, after, and I felt really weak. And,
but still that's great, you know.
Of course.
3:30 to 3:35 marathon and doing
for the first one.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So what are the lessons so far? You got all out about the hybrid thing. You say, hey, that's the most important thing I've learned over this last year.
Well, for myself, I noticed that I'm a really good power sporter. I was really good at CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting, that kind of stuff. And I finally learned to train for something I wasn't that good at. So that's what I learned. Mostly I touched something which was really explosive, and I was really good at it. Like in a few months, I could be like an 8 on the scale of 10 really fast. Yeah,
you were competing with CrossFit and a pretty high level, national level, etc.
Yeah. And I did some powerlifting afterwards because I felt I was really strong. But now I learned like a little bit more about how do I program for myself and how do I train like for something I'm not that good at. So I was also like really getting confident with doing something I'm not that good at. Also, like when I was doing run at the marathons, like a few people were so much faster than me. I think it was more a mental thing.
It's a good ego thing. To make a metaphor, I was preparing for my Ironman and I had to swim for 3.8 kilometers, right? But I could barely swim 50 meters without being out of breath. So I've been training with let me see if the audio works. So I've been training with a personal trainer, a swim coach, for like 6 months. He made my schedules, etc. So the first week, grannies were just passing me by. They were faster and I was out of breath. And it's because I was strong. My conditioning was quite okay, but it was all about technique. But this thing is, I had to set aside my ego and I was working on it. And in the end, I could swim for 3.8 quite easily. And I was so happy, so much confident because I worked on a skill that I wasn't sure if I could do it, and eventually I could master it. So I think it's good to do things that you're actually not good at.
I think that's you describe it like the perfect way. That's what I felt. Like running wasn't my thing, and of course I played soccer like when I was from my 4th until my 20th or something, but it's way different. And I had a really hard time because I was really big. My legs were like shaving against each other like all the time. It was really hard. I did my first long run in my schedule was like 12K, and I ran way too fast. It was like, it's supposed to be zone 2.
Yeah.
I ran like
zone
520, and I was like above 160, 165 all the time. And my coach sent me a message, hey dude, what are you doing? This is not how we do it. And now I do.
That was Yuval back in the days.
Yuval.
That's good.
And now I saw like the 1 year further. So last month I did like half marathon, like just chill training. Yeah. And I was like a half minute faster with, I think, 20 or 25 beats lower, like below 140.
Crazy.
So, crazy, right?
So for me, when I did a prep of the Ironman, I went from 6:30 zone 2.
Yeah, I saw you
all the way to 5.5 zone 2. So it's like 1.5 minutes faster on a kilometer, just by training on running efficiency. I think also technique, using my shoulders better. So it's great, but it took me like 18 months.
That's a lot. Yeah. I think I can improve like a lot more with my body efficiency. I think I'm a good runner. My capacity is getting better, but also what you're telling with your shoulders and stuff, I can learn a lot. I think I can get like 20 seconds extra on those technical points.
Yeah, so it's running efficiency from the ground, the reactiveness. Yeah. But so you're now prepping for the 3:30 marathon.
Yeah.
So, and you're also doing the squats. So let's talk programming. So how many times a week do you train? How much cardio? How much strength training?
Well, I started with 3 times a week running, zone 2, interval, and then like a specific high rocks training because I like that. Yeah. And I also did that like 2 times a week of squatting. Yeah. That's where I started. Yeah. The first thing happened. My squat went like from 170 max to 190 in like 2 months again.
Yeah, that's efficiency, right?
It felt great. Yeah, efficiency, and that felt great. But my running pace decreased. So
why is that?
I think I started squatting like maybe too early.
Too much volume.
Too much volume.
Yeah.
Obviously too much volume because I was doing like above 6 reps. I thought, I need some more body because then the 200 kilo will feel like light on my shoulders. Yeah. But I wasn't thinking about the running. I felt like, oh man, I feel like way heavier now. Yeah. So my running is getting worse. So currently, I'm doing a lot of more zone 2 training. I'm still running 3 times a week. Yeah. 2 times zone 2, 1 interval. The interval because I'm also planning to do a high rocks. Yeah. I'm doing just squats once a week. Yeah. Just once a week, and I'm just doing it until like 3 or 4 reps instead of going above 5 and until 8. Because I think I've done so much squats above 200. Yeah, I can train them like in the last 2 or 3 months until 200 again. I think I can manage that. Yeah, instead of doing it already now, because now it's blocking my progression.
So you first want to get your conditioning up. Yeah. You want to improve your running. And actually the compromised running it's not maybe the same day when you're training running, and we can talk about that later. But also all this fatigue over the week of 2 times a week strength training, that will affect your running pace.
Yeah. And I planned it. I thought I was a superhuman. I thought, I'm so strong. I can
recover from everything.
Yeah. And I was planning a strength training and running afterwards, but I was running way too fast. Like it was zone 2, of course, but it was still in like a really, really high heart rate. Yeah. And now I'm thinking, okay, if I do a strength training, I'm going for a zone 1, zone 2 run. Really, really easy, because that is what's going to help me. Not for the day, but like for the rest of the week. Because I always have a rest day on the Sunday. And Monday, I used to train like the squats because then I'm fresh. I want to do it like really proper and good. And I did like a zone 2 run like 6 or 7 hours after. But in the first 2 weeks, I did it like way too hard, way too fast. And I was like crashed for the Tuesday.
Week.
For the complete week. So I'm really figuring out how to do it. I'm really new into this.
But everybody's new into this stuff. Yeah, maybe Alex Fiada, he's like one of the first hybrid athletes. He wrote the book. I went to actually one of his seminars, so it was super great. But there's not a lot of people who figure this out. Everybody is doing different stuff. And also you have to work quite a lot. So that's also some mental and some physical fatigue by giving classes, etc.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I'm doing it a little less lately, but because I'm also like managing the staff, and it's really big, and we're getting a lot of members. But I'm still coaching for like 10 to 15 hours a week. Yeah. and I'm standing on my legs. Like
and you have to show the squat,
the time on your what does it called? The time on your legs?
Time on attention.
Time on attention on my legs is really high. So it isn't helping me that much.
Yeah, so, funny you say that, because I was doing a prep, and the more I'm into this hybrid thing, because I'm working behind my laptop, I'm doing remote and online coaching.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting way more on the bench, laying down and doing the work from there instead of behind my computer. And I feel my recovery goes up. So it's super important. I was actually being coached by Dutch national champion, 800 meters. And he gave me this hint: sit more on the bench, work maybe with your laptop on your bed, etc. In one way, it's kind of boring, and that's also mentally fatiguing. But in the other way, it's way better for your legs.
Is this also like a tip for like other hybrid athletes? So do like more chilly stuff in between training sessions or when you have spare time?
Yeah, I could say so. But also, there's some people react to different stuff. Some people are more outgoing and want some joy, right?
Yeah. But I think it's also like mentally taxing me a little bit. Doing like kind of stuff like coaching and being with friends.
100%. But I think 99% of the people are listening to this. I think maybe 9.9.9 is they have to run a business, they have to work, etc. So from an idealistic standpoint, you just want to relax in between. But I don't think that's possible.
No.
Yeah.
No, how are you managing your training? I'm just curious because I'm not doing like double sessions on this moment because I want to focus on my on my strength points and on the running. Yeah. But you were doing twice a day.
Yeah. So mostly, yesterday I went for heavy squats 3 times. No, what was it? 215 and 225 for a single. So pretty heavy deadlift for me. Yeah. And I did some Bulgarian split squats, etc. So pretty taxing, some accessory work. And then I went for endurance run. And I felt like my heart rate was 10% beats higher because I did them just following, directly.
Oh, immediately after.
Yeah. So I already felt a little bit off. So from a running efficiency standpoint, I don't think that's great. But I'm training my motor system.
Yeah, and you're also training for like the deadlift with the 10K run, right?
So it's kind of specific. So I'm still with intervals. It takes me, the difference is like maybe 5 seconds per kilometer if I combine them on the same day. Yeah, just directly after, or maybe 3 to 6 hours. My preference now is to do it actually not 3 to 6 hours in between, but to do it directly after, because then you don't have to hype up again, etc. Maybe from a recovery standpoint is maybe not that good, but I'm just trying different stuff. I'm not doing today, for example. Yesterday I did heavy squats and deadlifts. I'm not going to do next day intervals because then my running efficiency is way more off and my heart rate is up because everything is sore, man.
Yeah, and so are you doing upper body or something today or nothing?
I went training 4 times in 2 days, the last 2 days. So today I'll just do an easy bike ride, actually up and down here to the gym. That's half an hour, so that's great. That's great. It's 1 hour, zone 2. Like you do different days. Did you also try to train strength training and cardio on the same day?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned in the beginning. I did like a really heavy lower day and then combined it with like the zone 2 run, but I went way too fast. I did it before, but now I'm trying also like for my mental health to do like just 1 training a day, also with running a business.
And that's 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days.
So 3 times a week strength training, 3 times a week running.
Yeah, and sometimes on the strength training I also do like a CrossFit workout, but because somebody is asking me, hey, do you want to join?
Yeah.
So I'm really
you're playing a little bit. But do you feel like you're making more progress now compared? Yeah. So doing less.
Yeah. I'm doing less and I'm feeling way better because my recovery is way better. Yeah. I'm also focusing on nutrition like a lot more, like since 2 months, and I think it's helping me a lot because I knew my training wasn't that bad. Yeah. I was really good at training. I was really consistent. Yeah. I was able to train like really consistent for 3 weeks, then deload for 1 week and do that like multiple times. Yeah. And I felt like the most quick win was also on nutrition. Yeah. But now I'm just doing like...
What does it mean, quick win nutrition? What did you change?
Well, I was eating like... because I was doing so much cardio, I was like, I can eat anything.
Yeah.
I can eat anything, of course. I can eat like
Pizza,
burgers, some
3
pizza.
times a week.
No, not 3 times a week, but I used to eat it like once a week.
Yeah.
And I wasn't thinking about like the sucralose stuff in things. So I'm trying to eat really clean now.
Yeah.
I think I'm eating like 90% clean every day.
Yeah.
And it helps me. I feel more energized. I feel more focused all over the day. So I think I could do like 2 training sessions on a day now.
Yeah. Because I think your recovery is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel way more focused there. No, I don't feel like a dip after training. I feel way better.
Okay. So by training less and getting your nutrition in point, do you also like watch your body fat? Because I would say if you would like drop quite some body fat, you'll be more an efficient runner.
Yeah, it's really strange because I'm eating more for it feels like I'm eating more, but I'm getting more toned, and my body weight is dropping, but I still feel really strong. And I think that's just the only thing I really changed is the nutrition. And that's helping me.
But you're more like eating complete like whole products. So for example, with fibers, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of quick solutions.
I skipped the quick solutions like cold turkey. One day I was with my girlfriend in the kitchen, and we just put everything in the trash can. One day, and then we just started. It was like a weekend after we went to Rome. And we were completely done with like eating shit.
Yeah.
So we switched like cold turkey, and it helped. And she's also like she's already looking really good.
Yeah.
But she's also it looks like she has like way more muscles, and she actually didn't lose.
I think it's just body fat, right?
It's lower, and I think I'm way less bloated.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think that's the thing.
But because you're losing then body fat, you're more like lean.
Yeah.
But that also could affect your squat because there's like an optimal. For example, now I'm struggling with getting my 250 kg deadlift. I managed to do it, but then I want to be an efficient runner, so I want to get my 10k below 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If I would drop, I'm now like, for example, 83, 84 kilos.
Yeah.
If I would drop below 80,
you can run like as fast as
we could do a 40 minutes tank below sub tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like 1 or 2 minutes faster. But the thing is, then I really have to work on my efficiency with the deadlift.
Yeah.
And I think that would be so difficult. So getting this just that perfect point where you have your perfect weight. That's the thing where I'm struggling with. And then also, one thing that comes to mind is that my testosterone is different, because when you're getting leaner, you also get like a little bit of less of energy. So it's like a trade-off between all those things: strength, conditioning, and also your mental and physical energy with testosterone and cortisol.
It's so hard to balance it out.
Yeah.
I don't know the solution yet for myself, but I think you are like on a really good way because you already tried to do it like once.
Yeah. And I got down to 41 minutes 10K after 3 months of training. So I was super happy with that. And I almost got to 250.
Yeah.
Then 5 months later, I got my 250 kg deadlift. But then it was 30 degrees. So outside I couldn't run. So I'm now back in training again and setting everything perfectly. So I think I'll manage the deadlift. And the 10K needs to be the perfect day with some perfect prep. Still, but the cool thing is that I haven't managed to do my challenge yet, that I learn, and I learned so much. Yeah. So if would I have done it in 3 months, I would never have all these life lessons and training lessons.
It's also not, it sounds really cliche, but it's not about the end goal. It's about like also the process. Yeah. And the process is really cool. And I'm just in the beginning of my process, and
but that's not true, because you're a CrossFit competitor. You did national champs. I think you're a bit too humble, but that's great. Yeah. But I think you already learned quite a lot. So when you have to look 1 year back, what was the thing, like aside from the Song 2 training and taking it a bit more easy, what were other things you say, hey, I would have coached myself and gave myself 1 year back this life lesson, this training lesson?
I think I would take a coach like way earlier for running. Like a coach who's programming like every week for me, and knows me, checks in at me like every week. That's what I learned. I think, that's the biggest point, because if you have a goal, you need a coach. That's what I'm thinking.
But that's difficult to find somebody that knows the strength training and the running.
So I only have a coach for the running now.
Yeah.
And I have to figure the strength training a little bit out myself because I really know what to do for my strength training. But if I feel I will look like 1 year back, I think it's the nutrition.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the recovery. So then like one year, I think 2024, I was working way more.
Yeah.
So I was standing on my legs for at least 40 to 50
And
hours.
what do you feel, for example, the difference between working less? So there's like people managing the business. You also still give classes, etc., and you're involved. But what do you feel different, like mentally, or are you sleeping better, or what's different?
Both. I feel like more energized when I have a sleep of 8 hours. I feel more energized than I had before.
Yeah.
I also I'm really looking forward to training days.
Every
day.
That wasn't back then.
No.
But that's also maybe because you're training only 6 times.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but I was training. I think I was training too much for what I was capable of.
Yeah.
In that time.
And do you also see that with athletes here, where when they are training, everybody's pushing too hard, or?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's pushing too much because they are getting in like a training mood zone where everything feels great until it doesn't feel great anymore.
Yeah.
And
how long can you? Because there's also an overload proponent. Like, for example, when I'm doing this kind of training, I'm training like up to 10, 12 times a week sometimes, maybe up to 14 times a week.
Yeah.
But it's also overloading the system. And I always say this metaphor of like, you have the green, then you're not really adapting. Then you have the orange, and you're adapting really good. And when you're pushing too much in the red, I think it's overreaching or maybe burning out. Yeah. So I think being in the orange can also be super functional because you're overreaching. And when then you implement the taper, you're super fast.
Yeah, I think you have to plan your taper before instead of I need a taper now. Because a lot of people here, because they are doing like a lot of strength training, they're doing high rocks and CrossFit, and they are feeling so energized. They are feeling so well. They are like they are not overreaching, but they are like in the perfect zone, in the orange zone.
Yeah.
But I think they have to plan like, okay, I'm gonna do like 4 weeks of training, and then I'm gonna do like a taper-ish week to make sure I'm still having fun in training.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like going for 6-7 weeks, like full pool, and then they are like mentally a little bit more. I don't want to go. I'm feeling a little tired. So then they take a week off, and then they get sick. Or
did you use this kind of tapers? Because when my running coach programmed my training, eventually we did 2 hard weeks, sometimes up to 8 times a week cardio.
Yeah,
double cardio days. So crazy. And then we did like one day, like 1 week, 4 or 5 times a week cardio. So we were really like having a wave load.
Yeah, you can also do it like that, like doing like multiple trainings a week. Or I used to do it like when I'm like in the basic phase. I'm doing like 4 or 5 weeks of training, then taper. Yeah. But when I'm peaking, I'm doing like 2 weeks really hard training, and then tapering 1 week and doing it multiple times. That helps me also to keep my mental health like good and stable.
And what is so far the best weeks on and off? How much weeks do you push, and like what does work for you?
I think 3 weeks on, 1 week off.
Yeah, and then 1 week off is like 75% volume.
75%.
Yeah, but still keeping your squats.
Still keeping the squats, less reps. Not doing that much accessories.
Yeah. Do you keep the same intensity with weight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Maybe I will drop like 10%. But I'm not dropping that much because otherwise it will feel like really hard mentally to do the heavy squats, because usually you're also like overloading a little bit. Yeah. So when I'm finishing in week 3, week 4, I'm tapering, and the week after I'm used to go like a little heavier. Yeah. And so I really want to have a little heavy weight in my taper, but just a few reps or maybe some singles. Yeah.
So now you're building up to the marathon. Then you're starting implementing more squats again. Yeah. What are you like? How does this like 3 weeks looks like? You're doing like, for example, 3 times 160, 180, and how much do you overload per week?
I think I have to calculate it. I think I have to set a point for myself. Okay, I'm gonna do it on that day or like that week. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna calculate back. And
how much weeks do you think you need?
I think I need.
You said 2 to 3 months, right?
I think I need 3. I think I need 3 months to rebuild my squat. Yeah, like efficient to, I think, 220. like to do it for like a single on a really fresh day.
You want to have overhead?
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, because that gives me a lot of confidence.
Oh,
that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, and what about the marathon? Do you also want to have overhead with that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I really want to do. I should be able to do like 50 kilometers on a fresh day.
Cool.
On the same pace.
Yeah, we'll talk about programming shortly. But one thing I wanted to say, I'm coaching an athlete that said like, I want to do 100 kilometers without training for it. And I used to be also that guy. I was like 17, 18. I was like, I can do a marathon with my dad, and I actually did. But I managed to do it because I was running together with him, and at like 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers, he said to me like, take it easy. And I was running same like you. So I had like I think a really good base, and that's why I managed to do it. But I talked to the client that wants to do 100 kilometers. It's like, hey, you're not 18 anymore, so we're not playing around anymore. I think it's better that you are able to really prep and be proud of your prep. It's not about the outcome, but it's about part of the process. And I think that's great. Because if you're going to run 100K without training, some friends of mine did that, and they all got injured. And the guys that were also joining that 100K and they were prepping, they never got injured. No. They were all managed. They were a little bit tired and fatigued. So I think it's about having headroom. Same thing with the 40 minutes sub, what I'm training for. I don't want to try it again, but I want to be sure that I did everything, and I can maybe run a 93:30 or something.
Yeah, that's way better, right? That's what you were aiming for. You're not aiming for
being lucky.
Yeah. I think that's the best way, and it's also what I said. It's also about the process. So it's if I'm not getting it, I don't want to get it like on like 1 minute. I just want to feel on 5 minutes.
You want to smile a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you're like you're figuring out I need, for example, 12 weeks, and then you're going to say like, I have 2 times a week, I'm going to do it, and then the whole point is that you're still being efficient with running.
Yeah, I think so, and I made the mistake in the beginning because I thought I could do it like way faster, like already now. And then I thought, okay, I have to do like the thing I did like a few years ago. I have to do like big volume, like 6x6 to get some volume, to get a little bit more muscles. I think I'm not gonna. I got way bigger, bigger and slower.
Your legs were really big and it was difficult to walk.
Yeah, it was like walking was even difficult. So it wasn't the best.
But you're a former ski athlete, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been training your legs since you were like.
Yeah. They are like, I think they're like really used to have heavy weights. So when I'm doing a few squats, they are already like pumping and growing. They're growing really fast. And that's the problem a little bit, especially when I'm doing like a lot of volume. So I think I'm gonna start the first 2 weeks with, I think I'm not going above 4 reps.
Cool.
And maybe I will do some split squats for sure, like to do some single leg strength. I love them. I know you love them too.
Yeah.
And I will build them up like to like some sets of 5 or 6 or maybe until 8.
Yeah.
On heavy weights.
Yeah. So for example, my legs are not especially my mid portion of my quads, they're not super big.
No.
So I'm loading a lot of Bulgarian split squats and lunges to work on my hip hinge, but also to work on my quads, because I need them for my deadlift. My back is strong, my hammies are strong, but I need some extra quad force. Yeah. So here you see like addressing different points. Yeah. You shouldn't work. You should work on efficiency, right?
Yeah. Like I should be able to squat like 200 on 80 kilo body weight. That will be perfect. And I think I'm a really efficient and good squatter. Yeah. But I think I'm really gonna train that and doing like low reps, high weights.
And then you're going to overload per week.
Yeah.
So is it like with steps of 2.5 or you?
I think I will start with 5. I will start at like
3 times 160, 70.
Yeah, 160. I think that was like a little bit easy.
Yeah. And then you push with what kind of RPE? Is it like full throttle or?
No. I think I will push until RPE 8 or something.
Yeah.
RPE 8 for the last rep.
Okay. So you have a lot of headroom. But I think like pushing it too hard, I think that also makes it too difficult. I don't know if you did that before with your previously training.
Yeah.
But it's difficult because you also need to get the strength. The strength is a skill, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more. I think for me it's more skill than strength.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah, and I think also I will get really fast until like the 180, 190.
Yeah.
But I want to go over it. So I think I'm gonna train like overload like really easy. Like for the first 2 weeks, of course I will do 5 kilos a week from 155 I think to 170.
Yeah.
But then I will do it like I think 3 kilos a week, like so 10 kilo for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then taper and do it again and do it again, do it again. And then I think for the last few weeks I will just maintain some strength and then try to do it with some running. So I think I'm gonna do like a heavier day, do some singles on 180 or something, and then do a half marathon run on certain pace.
So what is your check going to be to know that you have the pace for your marathon? Because I went a 10K, I can do like, for example, 3 times 2 kilometer on a 350, for example, this, or like 6 kilometer on 4, and you should have a little bit of headroom. Like, is there any test you know?
I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling really comfortable on like the 450 pace, which is faster than 330 marathon.
Yeah.
So I think I should try some like between 15 and 25 kilometer runs.
Yeah.
For me, it should feel like an easy pace. And it's okay if it's like on 5:15.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like below it because there's like a lot of space. I can also watch my heart rate.
Yeah, because you're also still fatigued. There's a lot of, because you're going to do a taper, I think, before. So maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah. And then you will load off everything and everything will be feeling way easier.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's what I felt with a marathon. I tapered and then I ran like, it felt great. It felt so good. So I'm gonna focus on that. And yeah, let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna fix it, but definitely.
Does it give you stress? Because now we're also communicating. I feel like when I communicate this whole Ironman and this bodybuilding show, it's difficult. I couldn't fail. I felt I could manage it. You know.
No. Well, we have like a goals whiteboard below this one, and my name is on it for 2000.
So you communicated it.
I communicated it. Yeah. Everybody knows.
But you also put like a time on there.
No. No, but I'm now in a time that I have to put that. I put a time in it. Yeah, like cool. You mean the 3:30, right?
Yeah, because like when you say like I'll run a marathon, it doesn't matter which time. Then it's way more easy. So the thing I want to frame this question is like, if you put a time on something, it can give you additional stress, because if you would run as fast as possible on a marathon, it's way easier to finish it.
Yeah, well, I think eventually I wanted to run faster than my first marathon, and it was 3:35. Yeah, but now I think why? I think maybe I'm even saying I'm trying to go faster than 3:30, like 3:15 or something. And I think it also gives me it gives me some discipline. To train even harder.
And what would be your next goal after this?
Ooh.
Because there are sometimes some moments when you feel really good, right?
I see you training. I really like Nick Venema told me you have to do the same challenge as Jeroen. Yeah, you have to do it, and you have to train together with him. I was like, okay, maybe I want to do it. Yeah, because I also like I think I'm a good squatter, but I also like deadlifts a lot. Yeah. And I think it's a bit more difficult to deadlift. I'm not a fast runner.
Yeah. I think your squat is efficient. But your deadlift, you're also pretty strong. But I think your squat is easier 200 than a 250 kg deadlift.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Also, I think both of us, I'm not a great squatter. No. I think for me, a 200 kilo squat and a 3:30 marathon wouldn't be possible. No. But this deadlift challenge is.
Because you're a good deadlifter.
Yeah. So
you're also a fast runner.
Yeah, I'm okay runner. But it took me 18 months, right?
Yeah.
But if we look at, for example, my coach, he runs like zone 2 for 4.
Yeah, but is he able to deadlift 200 kilos?
No, 60, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, okay. Everybody has different qualities. I think that my next goal is, and maybe that's a cool thing for you also, is like doing, I don't know if it's possible, but I have to talk to a really good triathlon coach, Jacob Venstra, if it's possible to do a sub 5 triathlon. Getting a pro card in natural bodybuilding, and then maybe spread out in 1 or 1.5 year.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I also saw a guy doing like a sub I think sub 11 full Ironman.
Yeah.
And doing weightlifting or powerlifting meet on the same day or in the same week.
Yeah.
I saw that guy, but it's also like a really cool.
It's super sick.
But how is it possible to get your goal? Is it possible? Do you think?
I would say the 11-hour Ironman is still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with my current conditioning it is, and with the powerlifting that's super great. But the thing is, it's why I want to do a bodybuilding show, because I have to add up volume, mass.
Yeah.
And I went one time into this whole bodybuilding cave.
Yeah.
And natural bodybuilding, and it's super amazing, man. It's a whole. You have to learn to pose. You have to work on certain muscles.
Yeah.
And also the good thing is you need to stack up mass and also get my body fat higher.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to do it. And if I'm going to chase again a powerlifting and an Ironman competition, I'm again maybe 1 year in low body fat, and now I'm already doing that for 18 months.
Yeah.
And it's too much taxing for your whole cortisol and your whole systemic energy. Yeah. Even I'm also running a business, so like that's too much stress. And I think a bodybuilding phase of like 9 months of bulk is great, and you can combine it with swimming.
Yeah.
So in the meanwhile, you can it doesn't matter if you're fat and you're bulky, and you can still work on your swimming technique.
What is the biggest challenge for you then?
Yeah,
I think this one.
Yeah, I think if I manage to do this, then that's the next goal. I think swimming efficiency, but you can like on a 1.8 on half marathon, on half triathlon, you're not losing so much time if you're a bad swimmer.
No.
So I just from a challenging standpoint, I want to improve my swimming.
Yeah.
And then having the right moment of like when to do the both, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you do a lot of cardio system, it's difficult to maintain all that mass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and pro card is just,
what does it mean, pro card?
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 people from the lineup in a bodybuilding show, and they can get a pro card. And last time I ended up 5th of the Netherlands.
Okay.
In the same month with the triathlon on a natural bodybuilding show, and I think it would be possible in a certain class when there's some older genetic freaks, right? Mm-hmm. So if there's not showing up any genetic freaks, then it would be possible with correct moment, timing, building up mass, with all my years of experience to do that. I think that would be a nice challenge. If it doesn't, I don't succeed, I don't care. But I think that would be great. And then you have to master posing, because posing is, man, that's a hell of a job.
Hard.
Yeah.
I never experienced it.
I think you should do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. I think my genetic. I'm a genetic freak from my hips to my toes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest I don't know.
Yeah, and I think for you it would be a half triathlon. A fast one would be really good. Yeah. Because you're a fast runner. Swimming, I think you're okay.
We did a swim challenge like this summer. So
yeah, how many kilometers?
We did 33K with 5 people.
Whoa.
5 or 6. But I didn't swim that much because I had COVID. Because I was swimming like short pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. I trained a lot for it, but I'm still not a good swimmer.
Yeah. Let's wrap up this whole conversation, because we talked a lot, but a lot of tips, etc. Yeah. What is the thing you want to share actually to hybrid athletes? So things that you learned, hey, that's really important for the listeners.
What I want to share, I really like to share how to combine the training days, which you are doing.
Yeah,
that's what I really like to share. Like, okay, it's not for everybody to do double days.
Yeah,
especially with work.
Yeah,
that's what I want to show.
Yeah, because if you're training in 6 a.m. and then 8 p.m., it's not possible.
Of course it's possible, but it's really hard.
Yeah,
and that's what I want to show. And I also want to show that you can be a good runner even if you're not like looking like you're a good runner. Yeah, because if you've seen me like a few years ago, I was like 90 kilos of muscle, and I couldn't even walk the stairs without pain in my knees. Yeah, I really want to show people that I can be a really good runner with a lot of good training. Yeah, like a really good runner.
So what would be the difference between back then you were squatting 240 or something? Yeah. Now you think you can manage up to maybe 210, 220.
Yeah,
and with a marathon.
Yeah, with a marathon. That's my goal.
Yeah,
and I think a goal should be like a really big challenge. This goal, that's what I hope. I hope it's gonna be a really challenging. I also hope it's gonna stress me a little bit.
Yeah, but just enough.
Yeah, just enough. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, but I really want to show people that if you're not a runner, you can be a runner. because I think it's so nice that you just need yourself and a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And of course, like the strength thing is really nice. That's a really nice goal. But I think it's not for everybody. Not everybody has the time and really wants to do it. But only the people who are listening this are of course.
Yeah. And one thing about running that I found pretty interesting is where's for you the room for improvement? Is it making more mileage? Is it doing more intervals?
I think I'm still
figuring out.
I think I'm still in the newbie gains a little. It feels like
as a pro athlete
because I'm. It feels like I'm in the newbie games because like lately, like last month, I felt like a kind of click.
Yeah.
Like everything felt like in a good way, and I felt like way better. But I think there's still a few clicks more.
There's a puzzle, and you have a few pieces, but you don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
But eventually you get better. But I think it's still a black box. Yeah. And when I give like clinics and workshops, I just talk to people. It's like I also don't know what I'm doing, and that's
sometimes.
It's maybe from Groningen we're kind of humble in some way. I'm also saying that quite a lot of people, I'm just doing something and I think I know a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But I think we have a lot of past experience.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
Yeah. So all this past experience you bring to the table, but still it's not like math where it's like 1 plus 1 is 2.
No.
Yeah. And
it's
also
like a black box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. And also, for some people, they tolerate I was discussing with a guy in the gym, and he said, like, how can you manage to tolerate all this training load and fatigue? And I think that's also kind of some talent. You can build it over time.
Yeah.
Same what you saw
with
CrossFit.
Also experience.
Yeah, but I think some people have different. They are more strength athletes, some power athletes, some are more into conditioning. You can build it up over time. The recovery you can manage, but I think it's also partly talent. I don't know what would you see in the CrossFit box, the Hyrox gym. Do you see a big difference in recovery between people? How much volume they can tolerate?
Yeah, of course. But
even with like beginning athletes, it's like whoa, they just started, but they can tolerate quite a lot.
Yeah, but some people are coming we had a workout last week was jets. It's like 1,000 box step ups for time.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a hero workout.
How long does it take?
Like 1 hour. It's just 1 hour of stepping on a box and stepping down. But some people from with not that much experience didn't feel anything the day after.
What?
But some other people who were doing CrossFit for a long time weren't able to squat like for a few days because they were so like fatigued.
Yeah.
So it's really strange. I think that's also like a really big black box.
Yeah.
So some people are adapting really good to CrossFit training. Some people are not. So it's really strange. I think it has a lot of more. There's a lot of more to add on because a few people are working really hard, having some stress about family relationships, of course. So I think there are some genetic freaks here.
Yeah,
and of course we have like one of the coaches here. You know, the Irish girl, Emma.
Yeah, I've seen her training.
Yes,
it's mental.
She's insane, and she's. What you told me, he's
super efficient.
She's on zone 2 for like my workout. I'm doing it on zone 5, and she's
with
crazy.
Like
we can do the same training day, and I'm not able to walk the next day, and she's doing like exactly the same.
Whoa! And she's stacking up all this volume.
Yeah.
But do you see her getting better?
I think she can train like a lot of more strength, so she can be way more CrossFit, but she doesn't like it. She likes like grinding all day, every day.
But what's the point of doing Hyrox? Or just training? The grind?
Yeah, she's just adding volume.
But there's no end point.
No, and she's always
she's getting better.
Yeah, she's getting better. I think she will have like a plateau somewhere.
Yeah,
but she's still getting better. Because she's not getting fitter, but she's getting more efficient every day.
Yeah, I also talked to Pepijn and he was great. He told me not so much, he has a great conditioning and great strength, but he won like competitions because he was super efficient.
Yeah, and he's also like really tactical. He really
smart.
He's smart.
How to break it, etc.
Oh my God, he's so smart.
Yeah.
Every time when I had a CrossFit competition, I just texted him. I sent him the workout. Hey, this is the workout. How should I do it?
Yeah.
Then he said, okay, most people are going to do this, but you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was way better than some people, just because of his tactics.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's
I learned
great.
a lot.
And that's also with the Hyrox, right?
Yeah, I'm doing high rocks lately a lot.
Yeah.
And I think you can gain or get faster for a few minutes just on
braking, for example, a ski erg like in not like 4 times 250 or something.
125.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Or not when you're doing a double, like doing half lanes, and also splitting the rower in 2 times 500 is okay. If the first one is rowing a little slower, the second one can rest a little bit. It works so good.
Yeah,
there are a lot of
that's
tactics.
great.
Yeah.
People can find you here in Groningen.
Yeah.
Next Hybrid Gym. Great place. Super energy. Can't wait to train here. I'll put your Instagram and the website in the show notes.
Thank you.
I think we have to record one in the future, maybe after your marathon
challenge.
Yeah. When you're finished. So that's great. Thanks for now. And for the listeners, please share this episode. Share it with friends. Give this, because it's a new podcast, follow, and then we share a new episode. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and Yannic, keep on training, and thanks for your great answers.
Thank you for the invite. Thanks.